அனைவருக்கும் காலை வணக்கம். இன்று இங்கு முதலாம் ஆண்டு தொடக்க விழாவுக்காக மேடையில் வீற்றிருக்கும் மாண்புமிகு பெருமக்களே, பெருமையுடன் வருகை தந்து பேருவகையுடன் வீற்றிருக்கும் பெற்றோர்களே, இளமையுடன் புதுமை படைக்க காத்திருக்கும் மாணவ செல்வங்களே, உங்கள் அனைவரையும் SRM கல்வி குழுமம் திருச்சிராப்பள்ளி சார்பாக அன்புடன் வரவேற்கிறோம்.
A very good morning to one and all present, respected dignitaries on and off the dais, esteemed members of the faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, our newest members, the freshers of the 2025 batch.
നമസ്കാരം. വേദിയിലും വേദിക്ക് പുറത്തുമായി സന്നിധരായിരിക്കുന്ന മാന്യരായ അതിഥികളെ, ആദരണീയരായ മാതാപിതാക്കളെ, ഗുരുക്കന്മാരെ, ഒടുവിൽ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനമായി നമ്മുടെ പുതിയ അംഗങ്ങളായ 2025 സഹപാഠികളെ, എല്ലാവർക്കും SRM തിരുച്ചിറപ്പള്ളിയുടെ പേരിൽ ഹൃദയം നിറഞ്ഞ ആശംസകളും സ്വാഗതവും.
సభ సరస్వతికి పాదాభివందనాలు. వేదికను అలంకరించిన పెద్దలకు, విచ్చేసిన అతిథులకు, అధ్యాపకులకు, ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థిని విద్యార్థులకు, విశేష తల్లిదండ్రులకు SRM విద్యా సంస్థల తరఫున స్వాగతం, ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತಂ.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮೊದಲ ವರ್ಷದ ಶುಭ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ಆರಂಭಕ್ಕೆ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಧರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈಕೂಡಿ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಸೇರೋಣ, ಹೊಸ ಸಮಾಜದ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡೋಣ. SRM ಕಲಿಕಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಪಕ್ಕ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ.
सभी उपस्थित लोगों से बहुत बहुत सुप्रभात. मंच और मंच के बाहर उपस्थित सम्मानित गणमान्य व्यक्ति, संकाय के सम्मानित सदस्य, गौरवान्वित अभिभावक, सम्मानित वरिष्ठ जन और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण हमारे नवनीतम सदस्य 2025 बैच के नए छात्र. With all due reverence and respect, we invite you all to rise for the rendition of Tamil Thaivalthu, the invocation of Mother Tamil, our language and cultural identity. This is not just a formality, it's a tribute to the richness and the beauty of Tamil heritage. We now welcome our talented singers to present this revered composition. We kindly request all of you to stand in respect as we begin.
நீராரும் கடலெடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெளிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போலனை துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்த வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you, singers. Every beginning deserves a beautiful start. As we open this exciting new chapter for our freshers, let's take a moment to honor our roots. We proudly present a classical dance performance, a symbol of timeless Indian tradition performed by our own skilled dancers. Their every movement tells a story echoing the richness of our culture. Please welcome Ms. Dharani, Ms. Kavyashri and Ms. Devasena of BTech CSC to welcome the gathering with their performance.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
Thank you all for your wonderful welcome dance performance. May we now request all the dignitaries to please occupy your honorable chairs on the dais.
It is both a privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to this freshers' inaugural ceremony, an occasion that signifies not just the beginning of a new academic year, but the commencement of a transformative journey for every student entering our institution today. Dear freshers, today marks a pivotal moment in your lives. This is not merely your first day of college, it is your first step into SRM Trichy that will change your perspectives, shape your identity, refine your abilities, and nurture your ambitions. Once again, welcome to SRM Institute of Science and Technology. May this be a beginning of a journey that you will one day look back on with immense pride.
SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Tiruchirappalli, within just 3 years, has established itself as one of India's most sought-after institutions for higher education. With globally recognized, industry-aligned programs, the institution equips students with the latest technological skills and prepares them for the evolving global landscape. This exceptional growth is made possible under the visionary leadership of Chairman Sir and Co-Chairman Sir, Dr. K. Kathiravan, Director, Admissions, SRM Group of Institutions, Ramapuram and Tiruchirappalli, Professor Mohammad Sameeruddin Khan, Pro Vice Chancellor, SRM IST Tiruchirappalli, and Dr. R. Jagadeesh Kannan, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to now invite Dr. R. Jagadeesh Kannan Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Tiruchirappalli, a visionary educator and a dynamic leader, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
The sun rises on a new academic year. The corridors of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Tiruchirappalli, echoes with fresh voices, eager footsteps, and boundless dreams. On this special day, August 4th, 2025, we gather to celebrate the beginning of transformative journey of our new members, the freshers for the School of Computing. The inaugural function is not just an ceremonial event, it is the moment of reflection, of inspiration, or the hope. It is a moment where we extend our hand of welcome not just to the students, but for the future technologists, innovators, researchers, and leaders. At the outset, I extend my sincere thanks to our chief guest, Dr. S.D. Sudarsan, Executive Director, Center for Development of Advanced Computing, CDAC, Bengaluru, for his gracious presence on this special day. We are privileged to have such an eminent leader from the computing domain amidst us. Welcome, sir. Also, I wish to warmly welcome our guest of honor in absentia, Dr. R. Shivakumar, Chairman, SRM Group of Institutions, and Shri S. Niranjan, President, SRM IST and Co-Chairman, SRM Group of Institutions, Chennai, Ramapuram and Tiruchirappalli. Their continued guidance and visionary leadership have played a pivotal role in shaping the institution's growth and excellence. I take this opportunity to welcome Professor Dr. Sameeruddin Khan, our respected Pro-Vice Chancellor, and Dr. K. Kathiravan, Director of Admissions, whose support and commitment to academic excellence are truly commendable. Welcome, sir. To our newly inducted student friends, the freshers, today marks the new chapter in your lives. You are about to begin an exciting and intellectual simulating journey that will change, challenge, inspire, and transform you. As you step into this academic environment, remember that you are not just the learners, but future innovators and leaders of the computing world. We at School of Computing are committed to create an ecosystem that fosters learning, research, innovation, and ethical values. You will be supported by the experienced faculty team, well-equipped labs, and numerous platforms for personal growth and professional development. To the parents and guardians as well as the family members of student friends, I thank you for the trust you have placed on us and admitting your student at SRM IST Tiruchirappalli. We assure that we will work hard in hand to hand to nurture your wards with care, knowledge, and integrity. With a great anticipation for a productive and joyful academic year ahead, I once again extend a warm welcome to all our guests, faculty colleagues, staff members, student friends, as well as parents for SRM IST Tiruchirappalli. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for welcoming the new entrants, throwing light upon the stalwarts who are instrumental for the start and growth of SRM IST Tiruchirappalli and the amenities available in the institution that warrants great future.
Lighting a lamp is not merely a tradition, it's a powerful symbol. We now request our respected dignitaries to kindly come forward and light the ceremonial Kuthavilakku for a divine start. I also request a student and a parent to join us for the lamp lighting.
Thank you, dignitaries, parents, and students. Ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome a new batch of bright young minds into our SRMIST family, it is only fitting to hear from the visionary who plays a vital role in identifying and guiding such talent towards this institution. We are honored to invite Dr. K. Kathiravan, Director Admissions, SRM Group of Institutions, Ramapuram and Tiruchirappalli, to kindly offer his felicitations and share a few words of wisdom with our freshers. Sir, we welcome you.
Good morning. Let me try one more. Good morning. Okay. Vanakkam. Respected Chief Guest for today's program, respected Pro Vice Chancellor, SRM Group of Institutions, Tiruchirappalli, respected Dean, respected Associate Dean, heads of various institutions of this Tiruchirappalli campus, head of the department, faculty members, and students from Myanmar, Bhutan, Thailand, United States of America, UK, UAE, Sri Lanka, and Nepal, and students from domestic and dear parents. I take this immense opportunity to welcome you all for this wonderful institution by concept. When I say, the institution by concept, it have a meaning. This SRM Group of Institution is one of the very leading institutions in the country, where this group this is for the information to the international parents. This institution was founded by our founder chancellor with a school in 1969, and he went on to start polytechnic colleges, SRM Engineering College, Ishwar Engineering College, Valliyam Engineering College, then SRM Dental College. Then we started an SRM University in 2002. Then went on, they started State Private University at Sikkim, State Private University at Sonipat, Haryana, State Private University at Amravati, and they were started establishing off campuses across the country. From one is at Ghaziabad, Delhi, then 3 campuses at Chennai, Ramapuram, Vadapalani, and this Tiruchirappalli is one of their pet campus which they started 4 years before. This is the 5th year. This institution was established to make a change and to establish to the Indian education system. Where you run an institution doesn't matter, how you run an institution matters. People thought that the institution can be very successful when you start only at metro cities. This institution made that equation wrong by starting with a very moderate number of 180, which is started by then Vice President Dr. Venkaiah Naidu during the peak Corona period. The subsequent year, it was increased to 420. Then it went on to increase to 1050. Then last year, it went on to 1620. And today, we have grown up 2000 plus. What make this growth? Do you think that only the money can build an institution? I told during the speech that this institution was created as a concept. Because everybody have money. Who is not having money? Do all the rich people in this country create a legacy like this? Because the Prime Minister has quoted during his wishes to the university that SRM engineers are adding lot of value to even the GDP of the country. Today, the Trump administration The AI advisor is an alumni of SRM IST. If you take any IPL player, many IPL players, I don't want to name, it's a big list starting from Chakravarti of KKR, Murli Vijay, and you name, all those belong to this fraternity of SRM. We not only create educationists, we also created legends in sports. How this is possible? Because in engineering design, being an engineering grads, we always design any system with input, process and output. There will be an input, then there is a process, then there will be output. What SRM believe is on the process. Since we are very strong in our process, we don't worry about our outcome, because of my outcome, my product or the institution, the students who are coming out of the institutions are at the top class. This has been established over in years and years. That's the reason, fundamental reason, where almost all state government have invited SRM to start a campus. Since because we want to maintain the quality, we are not going and starting anywhere. Our chairman, Dr. Shivakumar, was invited by Bahrain government last year to start an engineering institution and medical college in their country. But because of his availability, because of he was very cautious about the quality of education that should be provided, he said, let us wait. This SRM group have contributed lot of economical development in this area. In fact, if you see the statistics of the economical power that has been boosted in this Trichy district, not only Trichy, around 10 districts around this Trichy, there is a tremendous improvement in the transactions and the business started and the real estate value that has been growing up. And you can see the number of students who are getting graduating out, with one student from Kallakurichi, where her father is a milk vendor. When she joined our institution, it was a very moderate beginning. Today she works for Zogo with a take-home salary of 20 lakhs per annum. It has changed the generation. That's what SRM is doing. The SRM is a catalyst not only to provide the education, it's a catalyst to change the generation. How long you are going to stay at the place what you are? When you are going to see the horizon? What is your benchmark? Do you have the capability? Because you check any child, see, during the study, it was believed that the intelligence can be inculcated. It can be trained. But our belief system, what we are told, only a section of people can study, only a section of person can move forward in their life, only these people are permitted to achieve. No, that's wrong. It's not the case. Because SRM is like a water pump available in a desert where you people desperately need water. In that water pump, இந்த வீட்டு கையடி அந்த வாட்டர் பம்ப் முன்னாடி கொஞ்சம் தண்ணி ஊத்துன பிறகுதான் தென் பம்ப் பண்ணீங்கன்னா தண்ணி நிறைய வரும். There is a water has been kept side of that water pump. Whoever want water, there are two category of people. One category of people, they will come see the water when they are thirsty. They will not worry about others. They will drink that water and they will go. But SRM is not like that. SRM will teach you, take the water, pour it, pump it for 3-4 times, then not only your thirsty will get to overcome, but also you will also feed others. That's what SRM is doing here in this area. SRM established its legacy in a big way. See, being a first day of your program, I mean, in this institution that you are starting a legacy, it's something we have to learn how we are going to be. Because most of today students are from computer science background. Whatever you do, you have to involve and do. In 1960, when John F. Kennedy wanted to visit the NASA center, when he was walking around, there was one person who was reluctantly sweeping the floor. He was keep on sweeping the floor. He is not worried about whether somebody is watching or not. No, he is just keep sweeping the floor for the person who are all walking on the corridor. Then John F. Kennedy being the president, he stopped there and I called the person. See, nobody is watching you, already cleaned, but still why you are mobbing? Why still keep on mobbing? And that person told, I am helping the man to go to moon. Is there any connectivity that, this person who is sweeping the floor is telling that he is helping a man to go to moon and that mission was successful? In the sense that every student, when you try to code something, the life lesson is that you have to put your heart, soul, everything, because you are not building for you, you are building for the society. You are providing solution to a common man. So that's an attitude that every student should have once you step into SRM. This is what the culture we try to do with our student. We don't do any policing job. We will not be behind you. We want you to be responsible. We want you to build your capacity. Not only the capacity, you should have the ability to build, capability. The capacity and capability, if you build in this, the way of learning, and ultimately nobody will stop. Because most of the time you do your job and automatically things will happen on its own. Because there is nothing, any children who have joined here, because somebody of them will curse me because most of them are denied admissions because I don't have seat. I have to send them back. I said, you are late. Why it is so? Because because of the demand that has come, everybody have competed and you have joined. You have become one part of this great institution. But few students, there will be a change in the mark. Somebody may be 60, 70, 80, 90. The students who are scored less, it doesn't mean that they are not fit for to touch that 90%. No, it's not the case. There was a lady, every day she used to go and take water. She was having two pots in her shoulders. One pot is well finished, perfect pot, and the other pot is a cracked pot where it leaks water. But whenever she go to take water, she take both the pot in her shoulders. She go take water and she will bring water to her home. By the time she reach her home, the perfect pot will have full capacity of water. And the cracked part, most of the waters get leaked out and there is no water in that. One day, these two pots were talking. The pot which is perfect was talking to a cracked pot. You see, I am a perfect pot. I am useful to her. I don't leak any water. I carry the water and I give it to her. I am solving the purpose. But you, the waste fellow, who are cracked enough, you are leaking all the water. Because of you, there is no use for this lady. You ask this lady to destroy you so that she need not want to carry you as an extra luggage. So this pot was become very soham. So then when the lady came near to the pot, on the next day, the cracked pot told the lady, Madam, why you are carrying unnecessary luggage? You destroy this me so that you need not want to carry me as an extra. Because it's of no use to you. Then the lady said, okay, today I will show you why I am carrying you. So she went on, again she took the water, but she asked the cracked pot to see on her side, left hand side, in the ground. And while the pot was watching, the pot which was cracked enough was seeing beautiful flowers were grown up, greenery, full of greenery, and there are a lot of ants who are taking water, and it is very busy on building feeding their family. And one side was full of green. The other side, where the perfect pot she was carrying, that side it was very dry. Now, the moral of the story is that there is nothing called a low, there is nothing called a perfect, there is nothing called, everything is okay. Everything have a meaning in this world. There is no right, there is no wrong. When you travel in India, you have to travel, always keep left. When you travel in America, you should always keep right. So what is a great rule for driving? Is it right or left? So in this world, there is nothing perfect, there is nothing imperfect. Everything is balanced out. So with this in mind, I request all students to approach in a very positive note. You are second to none. You are all great human beings born in this world. You are such a human, beautiful species in this world where don't go and stand before the God, you define the God. That's the reason where the God have created engineers. The God have sent you here to create many gods. So I request you all to make use of this opportunity. You have joined a great institution. You should have a beautiful life. My last part of the story is about the parents. You might have seen in your geometry box, you will always have in 10th, 12th, even engineering, you will have a pencil and you will have a rubber. Okay? It's they're all together. So when you write in a pencil, you write something wrong. What you use? You take the rubber and you rub it, and again you write it. But structurally, what happens to the pencil? What happened to the rubber? The rubber, it is not losing its anything on its own. But if you see the rubber whenever you rub, it reduces in size. The parent are like rubbers and you are the pencil. When you are writing, you are making mistake, they are losing themselves and making you to correct, to present yourself in a better way. So take care of your parents, make them feel proud, and SRM is part of you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for the felicitation, tracing out the origin and legacy of SRM group of institutions across the country and the marvelous growth of SRMIST Tiruchirappalli by leaps and bounds from 460 to 2000 plus students by today with its strong process to provide quality education. Your speech has staunchly emphasized that SRM is a catalyst to change the generation, the capacity and capability to learn, to prove one's attitude with the meaning and balance with the help of the pencil and the eraser through the incidents of the speaker and the story of the lady and the part. Thank you so much, sir.
I now invite Professor Muhammad Sameeruddin Khan, our esteemed Pro Vice Chancellor, to deliver his message of felicitation to our freshers. We are truly privileged to have you, sir, and we warmly welcome you to address the gathering.
A very good morning to all the bright minds and beautiful souls gathered here. Vanakkam. Respected Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. S.D. Sudarsan, Executive Director, CDAC, Bangalore, India. Honorable Guest of Honors in absentia, Dr. R. Shivakumar, sir, our beloved Chairman, and Shri S. Niranjan, sir, President of SRMIST and Co-Chairman of SRM Group of Institutions. My dear colleague, Dr. K. Kathiravan, sir, we have man of the match in every cricket match. When we win the match, we declare man of the match. Today, he is man of the day, a massive force behind what we see, 2,000 admissions filled by him. Sir, we are very much honored to have you here. My dear colleague, Dr. R. Jagadeesh Kannan, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Associate Dean, Directors, Assistant Directors, Deans, Associate Deans, Assistant Deans, Head of the Institutions, Head of the Departments, esteemed faculty, beloved students, and respected parents. Today is the day of new beginning. And this is somewhere around, I think, 20th of my addressing as a Director, Dean, Pro Vice Chancellor. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome each one of you to SRM Trichy campus, a place where dreams begin to take flight, where knowledge is not taught, but discovered, challenged, and evolved. Dear students, let me first congratulate you for having reached this milestone in your life. The journey that brought you here was not easy. I know Many of you have spent years in the crucibles of coaching. I'm sorry I'm using the word crucibles of coaching because they have grilled you day and night to bring to this position. That's why I use the word crucibles. I congratulate you for getting freedom out of it and coming to a new era of learning. You had competitive pressures, you were preparing to crack the entrance exams and constantly chasing cutoffs. You have mastered formulas, rehearsed theorems, and memorized volumes of notes. But let me share a gentle truth with you today. What brought you here will not take you there. Please remember this. The era of rote learning ends today. The era of mugging up questions and answers ends today. From this moment on, you are stepping into a world where learning to learn will be your greatest strength. The future belongs not to those who merely know the answers, but to those who ask the right questions. It is time to shift from one road to rooted in curiosity, in creativity, and in critical thinking. Let me remind you of the powerful words of Alvin Toffler. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So that rote learning, what you had, should be unlearned now, and you should start learning to learn. And as and when the technology changes, the requirements of the industry changes, research changes, you need to again start relearning. So this cycle should continue, that is learn, unlearn, and relearn. My dear students, it's not just about circuits, codes, or construction. Engineering is not all about this. It is about solving real life problems, imagining better future, and building sustainable solutions. It is not just a degree, it's a mindset. So I had an interesting incident. Generally, after these many years, you have so many students of yours who are grown up, married, having children. So sometimes they visit me with their children along with them. And one of my students from UK visited with his son. The son was playing around when she was conversing with me. And in between, the son came running and asked my student, who was his mother, that, Mama, I want to become rich in life. What should I do for that? The spontaneous answer from my student was, solve the problems of people, you'll become rich. So it makes sense because just see how the Ola, the Oyo, and everybody has become rich by solving the problems of people. So you are supposed to become a problem solver, not just a graduate coming out of a prestigious institute like SRM. So begin with a simple habit. Observe the world around you. Ask yourself, what is engineering in the traffic signals you stop at? What is engineering in the clean water you drink? The app you scroll or the drone that flies? Engineering is everywhere. If you create or care to look, to learn, and to lead. And remember, you are not here to run a rat race. I would like to emphasize here that from the childhood, the moment we enter the school, we are always involved in a rat race to score good marks. But please remember, this rat race will only generate loser rats and winner rats, and only rats. But you are not rats, you are human beings endowed with intelligence, consciousness, compassion. You need to revive your old questioning abilities, your curiosity you had in your childhood to become the best of the engineer. And learning will stop at both the sides. The winner rats will also stop learning after a time, and the loser rats also. Why? Because the people who always win, get good scores, will develop that arrogancy and they feel that they need not learn anything more. And the one who lose, the world around them will taunt, saying that Pappu fail ho gaya, Pappu has failed in his exams, he is a loser, and the person starts feeling that he is a loser in all the ways, and he enters into diffidence and despondence, and he also stops learning. So please stop this rat race now. Use your intelligence, what God has endowed, because you are supposed to compete with the machines which do have a lot of intelligence but do not have the consciousness. Your competition is not your batchmate. Please remember that competition is good, but competition should not go to the head. Competition with yourself is always good. Ask a question to yourself always, could I have been better? And always the answer will be yes. Strive to become a better version of you every day. Some of you are here fulfilling the cherished dreams of your parents. The karmic cycle of becoming an engineer as they once dreamed. I am using the word karmic cycle because many of you might have been hearing from your parents, I could not become an engineer, I want you to become an engineer. And I could not become a doctor, you should become a doctor. So this is what is basically many of you are doing. You are cherishing the dreams of your parents. You are completing the karmic cycle. I salute you for that. But let this not be the end of your ambition. Now begin a new journey. One where you make them proud, not just for the title of an engineer, but for the value you add to the world as one. At SRM Trichy, opportunities are everywhere. Our classrooms are not just about teaching, they are platforms of transformation. Use our world-class faculty, our labs and infrastructure, our industry tie-ups, our coding clubs, our research clusters, and our entrepreneurship cells, not just to complete a degree, but to create a destiny. While many may dream of scoring a high CGPA, to land a job at multinational company, and we will certainly prepare you for that. I urge you to think bigger. Why only be an employee is a question you should ask yourself when you can be an employer. We have a well-established incubation center designed to support student startups. If you have an idea, we'll help you to turn it into an innovation. You don't just have to fit into the system, you can redefine it. To the proud parents who are with us today, thank you for believing in the legacy of SRM. Thank you for entrusting us with your most precious treasure, your child. We promise to nurture them not just as engineers, but as ethical, responsible, and global citizens. To the students, the sophomores and the freshers, this campus will give you knowledge, but your aspiration is the fuel. The faculty will teach you, but your discipline will define your journey. This place will give you opportunities, but your attitude will define your altitude. Your attitude will shape your altitude. As Dr. APJ Kalam once said, dream, 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 dreams transform into thoughts and thought results into action. So dream big, begin strong, and remember the best investment you will ever make is in yourself. Let the induction be not just a orientation to a program, but a declaration of purpose. You are the future engineers of the India and the world. And with that, let me once again welcome you all with all my heart. Be bold, be kind, be unstoppable. Thank you, and may your journey here be nothing short of extraordinary. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating speech with the truth that no volumes will bring victory, but to learn, unlearn, and relearn in the academic and competitive world to liberate from the crucibles. The students should elevate themselves as problem solvers to lead in the race, unmindful of being a winner or loser, but just cherishing the dreams ahead and adding value to the world, availing all the technological facilities of SRM IST, keeping aspiration as fuel. Thank you, sir.
Now moving ahead to a moment of honor and inspiration, it's my privilege to now invite Dr. Deepa Lakshmi, Head of the Department of Cybersecurity, SRM IST Tiruchirappalli, an expert in her domain and a passionate mentor, to introduce our esteemed chief guest for today's ceremony.
Good morning all. I'm happy to introduce our chief guest, Dr. S.D. Sudarsan, Dr. Sidhu D. Sudarsan has over 3 decades of R&D experience in India as well as the United States and a wide expertise in various technology domains. His area of expertise includes semantic mining, big data, high performance computing, cyber security, IPR, technology management, strategic management and emerging technologies. Dr. Sudarsan is currently heading Presided Bengaluru as Executive Director, where he is overseeing the development of quantum technologies, chip tool, startup program, EDA tool grid, etc., among other technologies. Prior to his position at Presided Bengaluru, Dr. Sudarsan was associated with ABB Corporate Research, the United States Food and Drug Administration, US
Regulatory Bill, ERDCI, CEDTI. Dr. Sudarsan has been honored with prestigious awards like FDA's Outstanding Service Award, FDA's Group Recognition Award. During his PhD at UALR, US, he had received the Outstanding PhD Graduate Student Award, Academic Achievement Award and Professional Service Award. He has been a featured reviewer at reviewers.com and he has also been mentoring graduate and doctoral students. Dr. Sudarsan completed his PhD from University of Arkansas at Little Rock, USA, and he is a fellow IETE and senior member of IEEE. He has to his credit more than hundreds technical papers and 8 patents among 3 granted. He is actively involved in professional activities including organizing conferences. Thank you. Now I request Dr. D. Sudarsan sir to deliver the inaugural address. Thank you, sir.
Namaste, Vanakkam, good morning to all of you. It's a pleasure to be at the heart of Tamil Nadu, the district of Trichy, on the banks of Kaveri, which is celebrated one of the most auspicious days yesterday, Adiperku. And standing here after the 3 speeches, where will I stand at the end? I am not sure. At the outset, I will thank SRM management, Dr. Shivakumar and Dr. Niranjan team, who had the vision along with the founder chairman. And I was invited by Dr. Jagadeesh Kannan, my friend, but here I understand he is the Dean, Facilitator, FET, right sir? Facilitator for economic transformation of each of us. Right sir? That is the department, that's what Dr. Kathiravan, the Director Admissions, highlighted. Thank you sir, it was an important message, very relevant for today. And the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sameeruddin, happens to be teacher of one of my colleague, Dr. Misbah. So it is amazing, sir, to have you and sitting right next to you. And we have Dr. Subbarao, Dr. Deepa Lakshmi, and the whole team that took care of me, including Dr. Yuvaraj. So at first, I would like to congratulate each of you, the parents, the aspiring students, for choosing an institute that has a legacy on which you can build on. It's extremely important. So I'll spend next 10 minutes or so touching 2-3 instances which might help you the economy, make the world and humanity go forward and prosper. So when we all come here, I think specifically mention was made about from rote learning to real learning. And what brought you here, the next stage is a different journey. So it will not take you there. It is about continuous learning and so on. So before I start those parts, how many of you here have heard of Center for Development of Advanced Computing in the audience? CDAC. Thank you. So I see 3 to 5 hands. Thank you so much for knowing CDAC. So maybe I'll take few minutes to tell what CDAC is about. That may inspire you to learn things, to be part of technology evolution of the humanity. So for those who do not know, CDAC is a scientific research and development organization of Government of India. Most of you heard of ISRO, who do the satellites and rockets. Similarly, in the year 1988, right now everybody is aware of sanctions, denials. So in 1988 is when India was trying to buy a first supercomputer for the benefit of the country to do some R&D. When this order was to be placed, even today, Cray Computers, if you know, one of the people who provide the supercomputers, India was trying to buy. So those days you cannot place order and get it, they have to build it for you. So the agreement was, India will place an order, they will take 3 years to build the computer and deliver it to India. And because it was high-tech, they needed the government clearance from United States. And the United States government said, no, you cannot sell to India. This is 1987, the paperwork came to public in 88. So 86, 87, I was a student at that time in college. Okay. So this happened at that time. And when it was denied, we should thank the leadership at that time. It was a huge amount. And India was not economically that well up as of today. We were struggling. So the question was asked to the scientist in the department, saying that, see the response. And then they said, US has denied, what do we do? Then, normally as scientists we say, if somebody says no, we want to know the reasons so that we can work on it. So they asked, why was it denied? Can you tell the reasons? There are 2 reasons cited for rejection, why India is not able to get a supercomputer. The first reason was they said India does not need a supercomputer. Of course, anybody can have a view. You cannot question that. But the second statement, that is what changed the world, at least for India, we changed forever. The second statement was, even if we give, they are incapable of using it. This is the reason for not giving it. So when challenged, we are second to none. So just, now I don't have to fake a story, it is a reality. Then we took a challenge as a scientific community in India, led by, many of you know, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, Padma Vibhushan awardee. He was actually moving the paperwork to import. So then he said, he took the challenge. So instead of buying a computer, supercomputer, for the same budget, no 1 rupee more, 1 rupee less, we said we will develop it ourselves. Think of it, instead of buying a 40 lakh car, 40 lakh you build a car. That is what Dr. Bhatkar did. So we are all grateful to him. And government said, okay, why not? Anyway, budget is allocated. You are ready to take the risk. Let us give. So we should also thank the government at that time, management support. And a mission mode project was created, similar to ISRO rocket launches, build a supercomputer. You will not believe, we are supposed to build in 3 years. But in 2.5 years, not only the computer was built, it was benchmarked with the other computers at that time in the category. And this was the second best in the world in the ranking. That is how they built when technology was denied. This is the journey of CDAC. And once we built it, it was named Param 8000. The Param had two meanings. Parallel machine, abbreviation is Param. The other one is, those who know Hindi, Param means beyond. So we developed something that was beyond so-called our capabilities as perceived by the world or the developed countries. And since then, we have not looked back. Today, CDAC has built high-performance computing motherboards. We call them Rudra series. And today there are 3 installations of 1 petaflop plus each that are designed in India and manufactured in India by CDAC and our partners who do the technologies taking from us. They do the production. So when we take a challenge, we come through it, and we know the value of economic transformation. If somebody thought, so what if we built a supercomputer? Now I'll have to give one incident of a success story without taking too much time. How many of you have seen the movie Vaccine War? We all went through COVID, right? One of the most popular movies that came during COVID, after COVID, was Vaccine Wars. If you have not seen it, I am not a movie buff, but take it from me, that movie was made in honor of the scientist, a team who developed the vaccine, because India beat the COVID by building our own Covaxin and other vaccines. And it was done in a record period of time. That required a high-performance computing modeling simulation network. So CDAC, and there is a National Institute of Virology at Pune. Dr. Pragya Thakur was the lead scientist. Interestingly, it had almost all female scientists working on that project. So it was also a Nari Shakti revolution. And they used our supercomputer along with our scientists who know the software aspects, and they knew the molecular drug biology. They call it drug discovery and things like that. So these two teams worked together. And the Covaxin was that molecule protein binding, the effect on it on coronavirus, it was all studied. And the rest is history. India became the world COVID defender by supplying not only for the world, but for things. That was done using the supercomputer done in India. That is from CDAC. So if the Vaccine War is a movie based on that, how they did it. In fact, every character in that movie is a scientist. You can name it in either CDAC or NIV. So if possible, watch. It's a very inspiring story for us to see. Now, we also work on quantum and other things. Maybe that is a sub topic for another day. Now we all have joined. So one thing that every parent and every student, every institute wants to show is the record of what our alumni are doing. Sir already mentioned about it. From games to industry, everything. So that means whether I join a company to contribute, join a government to administer, start a company my own, you need to grow. So for that, what should I do? What should I learn? So here I will tell one incident that happened in my college. I was a student. I was doing electronics and communication engineering. My final year project was Today you have a set-top box and all. Those days it was only, if you are in a remote area, you have to have a dish antenna to get a satellite signal. Otherwise TV, there is no signal. So me and 3 more of us, we did a project. We built a dish antenna, 1.8 meter kind of a parabolic antenna with some helical antenna to receive signals from some Russian satellite, so that we can watch some few channels from that satellite which was transmitting. And it was a very tough journey. As an electronics engineer, building a 1.8 meter antenna, you can design on paper. So when you do it, it was too huge for us to manage, but we did it. Unfortunately, that year on February 28 was National Science Day. That was May 6th, some technology day. So there was an exhibition in the college. So they showed to demonstrate. So we put our antenna, everything. It was demonstrated previous day. So more or less, our team was like a hero, because such a huge antenna, you are standing in front and the people are very happy. So many parents came, everybody appreciated. Everything went well. 2 days later was our final year Viva. So there is an external examiner who will see the demo of the project. They will ask questions. He will be given some marks out of 200. And I was a student of Karakudi, Alagappa Engineering, Government Engineering College. That previous night, there was a heavy wind, sandstorm type. And morning, we all got ready, went there, saw our antenna has collapsed. Now, these are aluminum perforated sheets. They all bent, crumbled, fallen, broken. Now, there is no way I can make it stand, make it work. And the Viva was the external members here with our professor. Now, they come 2 days before we are heroes. Today it is zeros, almost crying, because either you are passing or you are second class. Because 8th semester, if you don't pass all the subjects, whatever is your percentage, you are second class, because you did not complete on time. So they asked the questions, I answered, our team answered, we did whatever we could, because there is no choice, time is fixed. And everything was over, we were all thinking, will we pass or fail? That was the only question in mind. Then that evening around 5:30, we were called by our Professor HOD, Professor Balasubramaniam. Later on, he became DOT director. He called. He asked, we all were standing with heads down. When students are called, that when you have not done something right. He asked only one question to me. I was the lead and 3 of us were there. You did the antenna, yes. Whom did you consult to design the antenna? I said Professor Kandasamy and so on. Whom did you consult the mechanical structure? I said nobody. Oh, you did not talk to any mechanical team or structural engineering team to build the antenna? I said, no sir, because those days you have to do project only from within your department. In fact, if you talk to other department, you are considered indisciplined. He said, okay, go. He did not ask any more question. That was the day of revolution, and we did pass. He convened the external, he said, we have seen it working and all. And okay, we lost some 20 marks, 2% in the final score. Doesn't matter, but we passed, we did not fail. But the moral of the story is, unless you collaborate across departments, you do transdisciplinary work with civil, with mechanical to electrical to computer science to catering to arts and science to humanities, your output will not bring useful results. So the requirement is to work with everyone. Do collaborate. That is one message I wanted to give. Don't be stuck. That is the environment they are saying we will not police. Means what? You are the freedom to explore and be interdisciplinary. In fact, when the virology team and the computing inward co-vaccine came. So there are every stories to tell. Your discipline does not matter. Interdiscipline matters. That is how life is going on. Now the second thing, in the end, even if you are doing a startup, you need somebody to fund. VC funding, what they call now, angel funding, what something. Somebody has to support you, right? So the question is, on any day, CDAC Bangalore, we have vacancies open. As I speak, I am looking for 250 engineers in chip design and quantum. 250. That is the number only Bangalore looking for. So when I continuously hire as Executive Director of CDAC Bangalore, we get resumes and resumes. We need 10 people, 10,000 resumes we get. And all the resumes, if I have 10,000 resumes, maybe I can put into 10 buckets, except for the name, address, college. The actual claims are identical. They have some reference template. Sometimes they take it from a Java employment Naukri.com kind of site, or the placement officer gives a template from the institute. So in the end, if you see, all of them will say, I am a team player, I am a quick learner. There are some phrases. Then everybody will have an internship. What is it? Some online 2 weeks somewhere. Everybody will have a set of electives. And it will be identical. So think about it. I have to select 10 people out of 10,000. How do I select? If I have to interview 10,000, I will retire before the interview is over. And if I conduct a written test, it is a pain for the people, because 10 people are to be selected, 9,999 people will be writing the X who will not be selected. It is waste of their time, money, resource. So my first request is, make your resume that counts. Now I will tell what it implies it counts. How many of you are singers? Singers? Okay, good. You got one talent, sir. Thanks. How many of you dance, mimicry? Dance, mimicry, good. So 1, 2, oh, that we have more people. Thank you. Now think about it. You want to participate in a TV program where you want to be selected for performing on stage, super singer competition, Sarigama, whatever it is. Ideally, what should write? As an engineer, your resume should say, my name is so-and-so, gender matters sometimes, write the gender. Then what is it so? You can say that I have already performed in 20 places, something you can write. Or alternately, but that does not matter. How did you perform? Who knows? And what was your role? Nobody knows. Ideally, who is a good singer? You are all mathematicians, scientists, engineers. So you should write, my vocal cord is capable of this much variation. I can go from Swara 1 to Swara 7 or whatever, meter 1 to meter 7 in 3 seconds. Right? And my frequency range is, 3 hertz to 3000 hertz or whatever it is. You are supposed to write all that, right? Do you write a resume to play on stage? Do you send a resume like that? What do you do? You actually sing, send a link, send a sample. This is my sample voice. And somebody listens, decides everything. They don't look at your vocal cord. They don't look at how do you sing, what is your dance. Nobody knows. It is the proof. You give a sample of your capability. Then they listen, oh, this voice looks amazing. Pisirillama irukku, all those kind of things they'll figure out. They'll invite you for actual performance, right? Then in the resume, why are you writing, I'm a team player? Why don't you write, this is the project I did. It can be open challenge. Today hundreds are available. In this project, we were 4 people. Out of the 4, X was an expert programmer. That person did the programming. Don't say we did. Then you say Y is a very good experimentalist. All the hardware was some Arduino board, Vega board. They bought, assembled, it was done. The third person They come from a family, let us say, agriculture. So the application was how to do soil testing. So that person told how it works in the field, coming from a farmer background. I don't know anything that much. So I wrote the English technical documentation, I made the presentation, I did the communication and coordination among the three. One is basically expert from the domain, all are my friends only. But if you write that, when I look at the resume, you don't have to tell I am a team player because you already mentioned 4 people, given credit to all the 3. Second, the fact that you have told what you did and what others did, that means you will share, you will not try to hijack credit. Now I don't need anybody to tell I am a team player, learner, nothing I need. So do something and be honest, put it in your resume in such a way that if we see, we know what is your strength. You are good in documentation, I can guarantee you worldwide 50% technical jobs are documentation jobs. More than, in fact, I can go up to 70. Some people will object. So most of the job is actual documentation. Actual coding we don't need. Tools will do it for me. So if you are a programmer, your chance of getting a good job is very low. So please tell as a team player what you can do. Give credit to your friends. In school we did, right? Sports day we have one person who is the hero or heroine. In mathematics, there is another hero, heroine. You are inspired by each other. You never feel jealous. Continue that childish spirit and your life will be good. So build a resume of that nature, which will allow us people to know your strength. Because everybody is looking for someone whom I can work and we succeed together. So this is something, the real message I wanted to give. Work collaboratively. Be honest. Give credit. Whatever you do, picture it in such a way that your contribution in the whole picture is very clear. And whatever you contribute, people, because the expectation of the hiring person also is very clear. I know I am taking this person because of agriculture domain expertise. I am taking this person because of the communication skill. Then we will also have a win-win relationship. So kindly build a resume in a transdisciplinary and collaborative way. Write a resume where it reflects your capability and your contribution, not the template fitting. So if you do all that, life will be amazing. So one last point I wanted to share with you is that how do we learn? So there is a beautiful couplet. In Urdu, they used to have dohas. So in Sanskrit, they call them something. So there is a thing, it has 4 parts. On how do we learn as a human being. So the first one says, Acharyat Padam Adatte. Means, Acharya means all your teachers. Padam means 1/4, quarter. So in life, 25% of lessons come from your teachers. Then what happens to the remaining 75? Then the next one says, Padam Saha Brahmacharya Baha. What it means is, your friends, they are responsible for 25%, another quarter. Still we have not passed the 50. Today passing name is 60%, sir. In fact, if you go abroad, it is 75%. In some good universities, below 90 you are fail. Because either you should know, partial knowledge is a danger, so they don't want you to graduate. So with 50 we don't pass. So what is the remaining 50? Then it says, Padam Swamedaya. Your own efforts, self-study is 25%. So you hit 75. What is beyond 75? It simply says, Padam Kalena Cha. Means you have to continuously practice, time only will give remaining 25%. So the concept of yesterday I did my exam, today I don't know the subject will not work. So if you want to learn, have good friends, learn from teachers, do self-study and repeat it again and again and again. Then you will reach the highest milestone possible. So with that I pass, and for those of you who don't know CDAC Bengaluru, let me tell you, today the world's largest chip design facility, EDA Tool Center, is run by CDAC Bengaluru. And that is one of the topmost areas if you are looking for a career for the next 20 years. World's one of the 7 quantum internet testbed is by CDAC Bengaluru and IIT Chennai together. And quantum technology is going to give a complete flip for another 20 years. And that can be from materials to civil to electronics to computer to instrumentation to cryogenic to material science to AI, ML, everything is included in that. I did not have time for that. So we work in that area. We are part of 2 technology groups under National Quantum Mission. And we already have a 838 teraflop supercomputer. Currently we are building India's largest 20 petaflop supercomputer at Bangalore. And we have India's only indigenous flight controller for drones. And we have a lot of IoT solutions and many things more. But in the interest of time, if you ever plan a field visit or industrial visit, you are welcome to visit CDAC Bengaluru. We can spend a day or 2 showcasing what we have. That will also help you to decide where you want to go forward in life. With that, I thank all the parents for letting their children grow in their career by admitting in SRM, and SRM for confirming a non-policing institution by concept kind of framework for you to grow. And I also know some of the faculties here. Knowing all that, I know all of you will succeed. My best wishes, congratulations, thank you, Jai Hind.
Being the Executive Director of SIDAC, the Scientific Community of India, Dr. S.D. Sudarsan, the Honorable Chief Guest of today, has dwelt upon the research side of India facing the challenge of getting a supercomputer. Your speech has been a torchbearer for the research excellence of India by developing a new computer and having built high-performing motherboard through CDAC and be the COVID defender by referring to the inspirational movie Vaccine Wars. Sir, you have spilled on the significance of perseverance through various interesting incidents on how problems were overcome and thwarted by collaborating across departments for interdisciplinary outcomes, which will strengthen one's resume. Thank you, sir, for ending your speech with a valuable couplet on how to learn with 100% effort from experts around and a warm invitation to visit SIDAC. Thank you so much, sir.
So with the permission of our chief guest, so we'd like to announce one important aspect of SIDAC supportive activities. SIDAC Bengaluru has given a chip-in center, especially for South India, for more than 2 crores of EDA software tools has been granted to SRMIST Tiruchirappalli this academic year. So with this, within this 4 years of time, SIDAC Bengaluru has extended its support either in the domain of EDA tools. So we have, they have given access for Synopsys, Siemens EDA tools, Cadence and Keysight. So these are all the popular EDA vendors and tools available, especially in the semiconductor domain. So I thank the director of SIDAC for providing this opportunity and extend this opportunity for our student friends, faculty colleagues and research scholars as well as the local industries and startups. Thank you very much, sir.
As we near the conclusion of today's inaugural ceremony, it is only befitting that we express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have made this occasion memorable and meaningful. To deliver the vote of thanks, we now take immense pleasure in inviting a respected academic leader and a guiding force in the School of Computing, Dr. Kannan, Associate Dean, School of Computing, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Tiruchirappalli, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all present here. First of all, I extend my heartfelt wishes and blessing all the presses who have chosen SRM Institute of Science and Technology Tiruchirappalli at the destination for building your careers. Dear students, you are truly special today. You have begun your journey as graduate students and tomorrow you will become proud alumni. During this journey, we will help you build yourself as a successful, skilled, competent and future-ready engineers. And with heartfelt gratitude, I appreciate all the parents for trusting us in choosing SRM Institute of Science and Technology Tiruchirappalli for your wards future. We are really committed to creating an environment where your wards can discover their hidden talents and emerge with flying colors in life. I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our chairman, Dr. R. Shivakumar sir, SRM Group of Institutions, Chennai, Ramapuram and Tiruchirappalli, and our co-chairman, Shri N. Niranjan sir, SRM Group of Institution, Chennai, Ramapuram and Tiruchirappalli campus, for their unwavering support. Sir, your visionary leadership, constant encouragement and commitment to academic excellence inspire us to aim higher and innovate continually and uphold the values of SRM. I thank our Chief Director, Dr. N. Sethuraman. He is a renowned and experienced academician, and his guidance and support have always helped SRM to reach the significant milestones. I am grateful our esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. S.T. Sudarsan, Executive Director, Center for Development Advanced Computing, CDAC, Bengaluru, for gracing us with his presence and insightful words. So in this juncture, I would like to thank Dr. S.T. Sudarsan sir to providing the wonderful Center of Excellence chip in design. Thank you, sir. And your speech and motivated us to strive for excellence and pursue our goals with renewed determination. Thank you, sir. And SRM Institute of Science and Technology provides a friendly, multilingual and multicultural environment where students from all over country study together. This year, we are very happy to welcome students from more than 5 foreign countries as well as. So all this happened because of the tireless effort Dr. K. Kathiravan sir, our Director Admission, SRM Group of Institution, Chennai, Ramapuram and Tiruchirappalli. Thank you, sir, for your great support and dedication. I extend my gratitude to our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sameeruddin, for his continuous encouragement and academic leadership, and his guidance is invaluable, and his address surely would have touched the heart of young freshers. Thank you, sir. And I thank our Dean, Dr. R. Jagadeesh Kannan, sir, for presiding over the function, for his facilitation and his guidance and commitment, and he played a key role in shaping the institution academic vision and student-centered initiatives. Thank you, sir. And finally, I thank all the directors, assistant directors, deans of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Tiruchirappalli, principals, vice principals, head of the departments, admission team, and faculty and staff members of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Tiruchirappalli, for their hard work and dedication in making this inauguration a grand success. So thank you all once again.
Thank you, sir. Let us all rise for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
We end this auspicious ceremony with pride and reverence. Once again, thank you all. I request all the parents to be seated. Please wait for further announcements.
பெற்றோர் உங்களுடைய இருக்கையில் அமருமாறு அன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். உங்களுக்கான அறிவிப்புகள் வந்ததற்கு பின்னர் நீங்கள் இந்த இடத்தை விட்டு கடந்து செல்லலாம்.